The IFP will today round off weeks of intensive local government elections campaigning with a closing rally in Ulundi, KwaZulu-Natal. The leadership has been crisscrossing the country in the hope of breaking the ANC's control in the province. Nkosikhona Duma is covering this story for us, and he joins us live now. Nkosikhona, very good morning to you. Talk to us about what today's program looks like for the IFP.
Well, good morning to you, Xoli. We are at Ulundi, the northern parts of KwaZulu-Natal. This is, of course, an IFP stronghold. This is where the founder of the party and its president emeritus, Prince Nkosikhona, resides. And this is a municipality that has been under the control of the IFP since the dawn of democracy, really. I will tell you that the stage has been set. My colleagues, Nkosikhona, currently showing you what will be happening here. We expect that the founder of the IFP, Prince Nkosikhona, as well as the current president of the party, Mr. Nkosikhona, will be addressing, these people that have started gathering here in their numbers, to listen to their speech just before 1 p.m. But I'm now joined by the national spokesperson of the IFP, Mr. Nkosikhona. Mr. Nkosikhona, talk to us about today's program and also the significance of holding your final closing rally for this particular local government elections here in Ulundi.
Thank you very much. Well, of course, the campaign has culminated to today. As you know, we had officially launched our manifesto on the 30th of September, and we had made a commitment on that day of a continuation of the crisscrossing that we've been doing throughout the country, and that has been successful. We've had meaningful engagements with South Africans on the election trail, the campaign trail, and it's been very positive. We are going into this election, with a level of confidence that is renewed by the goodwill of the South African people, who, notwithstanding the challenges, the problems and the failures of the current administration, have not given up on the fundamental right to vote. And so ours is to really now give the marching orders to the leaders on the ground, the branches and the constituencies, to get the vote out, because that's what will make the ultimate difference. And so it will also be a report back. What have we heard from the communities? Quite clearly, there is an urgency in ensuring service delivery. There is an urgency in the provision of water, growing the economy, ensuring that young people actually have jobs. But that can only be done if we actually now push back on the frontiers of the failures of the ANC. And so the IFP has strategically positioned itself again in this election as a credible and viable alternative to the failures of the current administration. Obviously, there are municipalities where we do govern, and we've had to go back and report to those communities, and they are quite satisfied with the pace and extent of the service delivery that we have embarked upon. We have used the money of South Africans in those areas to the best of our ability within the confines of the law, and so that is why we are banking on the goodwill, really, of South Africans who have recognized our track record of service delivery, a very strong legacy of servant leadership, accountability and transparency in all that we do, as a necessary intervention in the current dispensation. So we're going into these elections buoyed by that. However, one must actually underscore one particular myopic and, I dare say, very stupid political outlook which seeks to denigrate your so-called smaller parties. This country is built on the basis of multi-party democracy. And so the moment you want to veer it in the direction of a one-party, two-party state, you pose a fundamental risk to diversity, to people exercising their right holistically. And so it's a very dangerous outlook by very desperate people within the DA to actually now want to muddy the waters in a very dumb way, actually, to say the least.
Well, Xoli, that was the national spokesperson of the IFP, Mr. Nkosikhona, saying that the party is confident that they will be doing well in this particular round of the local government elections, besides the crisscrossing that party leaders have, undertaken, since the campaigning season commenced. He's also, been critical of the DA and their stance on voting for smaller parties. He calls this a myopic, stance, and he says that this country is actually built on multi-party democracy, which he credits, of course, as to, improving and, let's say, bettering diversity in this country.
Certainly not mincing his words. Nkosikhona Duma, thank you very much for that update.